What's up, people? Since Injustice 2 is out and not on PC, I thought I'd take us to the DC universe to cover some of the characters that I love. Buckle up, I have no idea where we're going, but it should be fun. Whoa, we're here in... I have no clue. We got hippos, elephants, we're in Africa? We're in Gorilla City. Okay, we've got to get out of here before I get captured by one of the most ingenious residents of the DC universe, Gorilla Grodd. I will tell you of his glory and of his power, so that humanity's simple-minded, hairless masses learn that their age is over and the age of the gorilla has begun. Gorilla Grodd was created by John Broome and Carmine Infantino, and first appeared in The Flash number 106. He has been a longtime enemy of the Flash, constantly matching the Flash's speed with his superintelligence.
Like the threads?
Your costume's ridiculous.
At least I'm wearing pants.
The reason for their long-standing rivalry and Grodd's intense hatred for the human oddly enough starts with the third party, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The first thing that needs to be stated is that Gorilla Grodd is not some freak alien experiment. The Flash didn't accidentally create him after stopping some nefarious villain, but Grodd belongs to a race of super-intelligent apes living in Africa. Their home, known as Gorilla City, is a bastion for their race cloaked with their advanced technology. The story on how these gorillas gain their superintelligence is difficult, as is most comic book canon. The older of the two versions involves an alien space explorer who crash-landed on Earth. The alien imbued the gorillas living in the area with their superintelligence, among other powers. Then the alien led them in the creation of their advanced society and Gorilla City. They lived in peace along with their alien leader until they were accidentally discovered by explorers. Grodd, seeing this as his opportunity, forced one of the humans to kill the alien that had bestowed him his powers. He used this as a pretext to slowly but surely take over Gorilla City, and then he planned to take over the world. The other involves a radioactive meteorite that crash-landed somewhere in Africa. This strange chunk of rock not only gave Grodd and his brethren their superintelligence, among other abilities, but also empowered Hector Hammond, a slightly deranged telepath who most notably was the villain from the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. You can choose to believe either or, but I'm partial to the one that puts Grodd as far away from that movie as possible. Now that we're done with this fantastic villain's backstory, we can talk about how he and the Flash first came into contact. You see, Gorilla Grodd isn't the only gorilla in the city who has the capability of psychic powers. In the original storyline, Solovar was also capable of manifesting these powers to a greater degree than our soon-to-be villain. Solovar, who is a weak and pitiful example of their superior species, was captured on an excursion into the human world. He decided not to risk revealing their existence to the world, and he soon found himself in Central City as part of an exhibit. Grodd, wishing to learn the secrets of mind control so he could directly control the citizens of his city and launch an attack on the human world, tracked the only person who knew the secrets he sought to the Flash's hometown. There he cornered Solovar and eventually, with some mental probing, gained the answers he needed. Knowing what Grodd's plan was after having his mind rooted through, Solovar decided to reveal himself to the only person who could stop his nemesis, the Flash. Needless to say, the speedster was a little shocked that the animal that had escaped from the exhibit was talking to him. He decided to heed the words of the superintelligent animal and rush to stop Grodd. With the help of Solovar, the Flash not only defeated the telepath, but was also able to remove his newfound powers. But Grodd would prove to be vindictive, to say the least. On numerous occasions, the would-be dictator has faced off against the Flash, losing more often than not, but always posing a serious threat to not only Gorilla City, but to the world. Solovar and the Flash have also become good friends due to their mutual problems with the villain. On many occasions, Solovar has reached out to the superhero for his assistance in foiling Grodd's plans. Once he had gotten his powers back, Grodd put his knowledge to the test. He built a machine that would rival anything any other villain could design. The machine in question would allow him to control the minds of his kin from a remote location. With little time left, the now ruler of Gorilla City, Solivar, knew that there was only one person he could turn to. With precious seconds left to spare, the Flash managed to destroy the machine and cause Grodd to lose his powers yet again. As with most villains, this didn't hamper Grodd for long. On another occasion, Grodd thought that if he couldn't control the minds of people on a large scale, he could create allies out of the imprisoned residents of Central City. Cats, dogs, and all of the other animals within a certain radius were given increased intelligence. What was meant to endanger the lives of humans doesn't do near as much damage as was intended. Turns out many of the animals were loyal to the humans who were taking care of them. Despite the seeming cartoonishness of some of his endeavors, Grodd has posed a serious threat to the Flash and the world on quite a few occasions. From mystical items that have rendered all of humanity as feral monsters, to attempting to arrange Solivar's assassination to push his people into a war with humanity, teaming up with Vandal Savage, and even assisting President Luthor in his scheme to destroy Superman. None can be considered as bad as when he inadvertently created one of the Flash's greatest enemies, the third Reverse Flash, Zoom. Hunter Zolomon was crippled by Grodd and lost everything because of it. He went insane, and after an accident with the cosmic treadmill, gained the ability to distort time around himself. Zoom later caused the miscarriage of the Flash's wife, and has since stopped at nothing to make the Flash a better hero, something that has given Grodd no shortage of amusement. In the New 52, the Flash mistakenly winds up in Gorilla City and is hailed as a messenger that soon comes into conflict with the new king, Gorilla Grodd. Of course, this leads to the relationship that they had in the old canon of the DC Universe. And now I shall give you this expert's belief on why the Flash is so strong against Gorilla Grodd. Now, what makes the Flash such a devastating enemy of a psychic capable of mind control? Well, you see, it had to do with the Speed Force and its effects on human physiology. A normal person sends a message from their brain throughout their body. A mind controller must first take over the brain, then send their own signals. After the initial co-opting of the brain, control is easy, but not for one with super speed, you see. The Flash's neurons move at such a rate to keep up with his super fast movements that within the time it takes for Grodd to take over his brain, the gorilla may have already found himself knocked unconscious. This makes the Flash the perfect opponent for Grodd, but a dangerous opponent for others, you see, which has led to him being an effective ally of the likes of Lex Luthor, Vandal Savage, and the Legion of Doom. With his abilities, he can lie in wait, taking over both friend and foe, turning the tide of battle to their favor, or at least provide a good window of escape.
You've overstayed your welcome.
We're happy to check out, but you're coming with us.
Fighting a talking ape wasn't enough. Had to throw in telekinesis. Give us a song to soothe these savage beasts. I forgot to bring my banana arrow. Wait, you eat bananas, right? Or is that an offensive stereotype?
You ignorant fool.
If you're interested in more Gorilla Grodd, I'd recommend checking out Justice League Unlimited, where his villainy shines through, not just as an opponent to the Flash, but to the Justice League as a whole. He even comes to found his own villainous group and even becomes a member of the Legion of Doom. In Batman the Brave and the Bold, he comes into conflict with Batman and a host of others. He even made an appearance in the CW's Flash. One thing's for certain, when Grodd's in the mix, danger, mind control, and a vicious intellect that could put anyone in the DC universe on their toes will come into play.